When the narcissist knows that you know, what happens when a narcissist realizes you finally see the truth? The lies no longer work. The manipulation stops controlling you. The guilt trips lose power. And suddenly the narcissist becomes nervous, angry, cold, or even desperate. Why? Because the one thing narcissists fear most is losing control over the person they once manipulated so easily. The moment you understand their games, the moment you stop reacting emotionally, the moment you begin protecting your peace, everything changes. The narcissist knows they can no longer fool you. And that is when their mask starts to crack. In this video, you will discover exactly what happens when the narcissist knows that you know. You will understand their behavior, their panic, their anger, and their shocking tactics they use when they realize you are no longer blind. So stay until the end, because the final sign is the one narcissists hate the most. Number one, they start acting different around you. When a narcissist knows you have figured them out, their behavior changes almost immediately. At first, they may become unusually quiet. They may avoid eye contact. They may seem uncomfortable or tense around you. Why? Because narcissists carefully build a fake image. They want people to see them as perfect, innocent, kind, successful, or superior. But once you see behind the mask, they feel exposed. You become dangerous to them because you now understand the truth they tried so hard to hide. Some narcissists will become overly nice again. Others become cold and distant. But one thing is certain. They know the relationship has changed forever. They test you to see if you really know. A narcissist rarely admits anything directly. Instead, they test you. They may say small lies to see if you react. They may repeat old manipulation tactics. They may try to trigger your emotions just to check if they still control you. For example, they may suddenly ignore your messages. They may flirt with others in front of you. They may create drama for no reason. Why do they do this? Because they are trying to answer one question. Can I still control this person? When you stay calm and stop reacting emotionally, the narcissist becomes deeply unsettled. Your silence speaks louder than arguments ever could. Again, when the narcissist knows you know, they become angry when their power stops working. Narcissists feed on emotional reactions. They enjoy making people feel guilty, confused, afraid, insecure, or emotionally dependent. But when you stop giving them emotional energy, they feel powerless. And that is when the anger begins. Sometimes the anger is obvious. They may shout, insult you, or blame you for everything. Other times the anger is hidden. They may use sarcasm, passive-aggressive comments, or silent treatment. But the real reason behind their anger is simple. You are no longer under their control, and narcissists hate losing control more than almost anything else. They try to make you doubt yourself again. When the narcissist knows you know, they make you doubt yourself. Once narcissists realize you understand their behavior, they often increase manipulation. They may suddenly act loving again. They may apologize. They may promise change. But many times this is not true change. It is panic. They fear losing access to your attention, energy, admiration, or emotional support. So they may say things like, you're overthinking, you're imagining things, you've changed, you're the toxic one. This is called gaslighting. Their goal is to confuse you so much that you stop trusting your own mind. But when you continue trusting your instincts, the narcissist realizes their old tricks are failing. When the narcissist knows that you know, they may start a smear campaign. One of the darkest moments happens when the narcissist realizes they cannot control your thinking anymore. That is when they may try to control how others see you. They may spread lies about you. They may play the victim. They may tell friends or family that you are crazy, unstable, or selfish. Why? Because narcissists care deeply about image. If they cannot control you privately, they may try to damage your reputation publicly. And this is why many survivors feel shocked when mutual friends suddenly act differently. But remember this, people who truly know your character will eventually see the truth. The narcissist's mask cannot stay on forever. When the narcissist knows you know, they hate your emotional detachment. One of the most powerful things you can do is emotionally detach. Not hatred, not revenge, not endless arguments, just emotional detachment. When you stop chasing them, stop explaining yourself, stop begging for understanding, and stop reacting emotionally, the narcissist feels a loss of control immediately. Why does this hurt them so much? Because narcissists expect emotional access to you forever. They expect your attention, your energy, your reactions. But emotional detachment removes the emotional fuel they depend on, and that silence can deeply disturb them. They may try to pull you back in. When narcissists feel you slipping away emotionally, they often return suddenly. This is sometimes called hoovering. They may send emotional messages. They may suddenly become romantic. They may act vulnerable or broken. Some even pretend to have changed completely. But many times the goal is not love. The goal is regaining control. They want reassurance that they still matter to you emotionally. And that is why many people return to toxic relationships multiple times before finally breaking free. The narcissist knows exactly how to trigger old emotions, memories, guilt, and hope. But once you understand the cycle, their behavior becomes easier to recognize. When the narcissist knows that you know, they fear your confidence. A confident person is difficult for a narcissist to manipulate. And that is why narcissists often target confidence first. They criticize you, they compare you to others, they make you feel not good enough. Over time, many victims begin doubting themselves. But when the narcissist notices your confidence returning, panic grows inside them. Why? Because confidence creates boundaries. Confident people ask questions. Confident people say no. Confident people walk away from disrespect. And narcissists know that confident people are much harder to control. When the narcissist knows that you know, they realize you are no longer emotionally trapped. At the beginning, narcissists often create emotional dependency. They may give intense attention, affection, praise, or promises. Then slowly they replace love with confusion, criticism, and manipulation. This emotional cycle keeps many people trapped for years. But when you finally see the pattern clearly, something powerful happens. You stop blaming yourself. You begin understanding that the manipulation was intentional, and once that emotional fog disappears, the narcissist senses it immediately. They realize you are waking up emotionally, and that terrifies them. Your peace becomes their biggest defeat. The narcissist expects pain, they expect emotional reactions, they expect chaos, but your peace confuses them. When you heal, when you move forward, when you stop explaining yourself, when you stop seeking their approval, they lose the emotional grip they once had over you. And this is the truth many people do not understand. The narcissist does not fear your anger nearly as much as they fear your indifference, because indifference means freedom. It means you no longer need their validation. You no longer fear their rejection. You no longer live emotionally trapped inside their games. Your peace becomes proof that they failed to destroy you, and that is something many narcissists struggle to accept. The truth they never expected. When the narcissist knows that you know, the relationship changes forever. The manipulation becomes harder. The mask begins slipping. The control weakens. And for the first time, the narcissist realizes they can no longer fully control your mind, emotions, or reality. And that is why awareness is so powerful. The moment you see clearly, you begin taking your power back. Remember this, you do not need to fight endlessly to prove your truth. You do not need revenge to heal, and you do not need the narcissist's approval to move forward. Sometimes the strongest victory is simply seeing the truth and refusing to play the game anymore. So if this video spoke to you, remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. And never forget, the moment you wake up to the manipulation is the moment your freedom truly begins. Thank you for watching this video. Share it widely to all those who may need it. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so.